supposed to be happy. There's nobody here.
The word happy?
Good. Hello, people who are starting to tune in. Give it about another minute, and then we will be off to the races. Welcome to the new Fit Lab. Home here of Functionised in beautiful Colts Neck, and home to many future healthy happy hours. We have had a crap ton of them now with a huge party that everybody's been invited to, and that went off pretty good.
They were a blast.
They were a blast.
So thank you to everybody that used to come to the happy hours. We will do them when we can, but for now, this is us with you.
So we're going to keep on doing Healthy Happy Hour every month. Stick to our schedule of every month, and we'll be doing the live feed as often as possible and continue to bring a lot of other little videos, podcasts of up-to-date information that you might not know and might find informative.
And fun.
And fun. If George, you're watching, thank you very much. We appreciate having this hour being very happy.
Cheers.
Dr. Mike, who's hard at work doing telemedicine right now. From the podcast days, the original. We'll just keep it the original. A couple updates, as you know. We've moved to 4 Merchants Way. If you are local, come on in for a visit. We are going to be doing Healthy Happy Hour remotely, as we said, for now. And these will be able to be watched after the fact as well.
So feel free to share with someone that you might find this useful information.
Mm-hmm. Vitamin C IV boosters. Why in the world have we been putting them up so often? So, in Wuhan, China, the supposed epicenter of this fun time of the coronavirus, there's a hospital that is doing some research on patients using vitamin C IV therapy. 30 grams per day being injected directly, 100% bioavailable, and those are the same IVs that we administer at Functionised as well. So if anybody is interested in the immune boosting vitamin C IVs, while the end studies are not totally in, it is being utilized, so therefore there's enough preliminary research believing it would work in the actual first place. And a little extra vitamin C is certainly not going to hurt. Linus Pauling has done research of up to 100 grams. 100 grams. Think about that. Grams. The little pills, if they're 1,000 milligrams, which typically a lot, get 100 of them per day with no ill effects. Big bonuses. So you're tuning in tonight for how to eat to prevent disease. The human body is a breeding ground for both health and disease. Your choice. What is it going to be? Are you going to live in full disease, or are you going to be healthy? And your body is this miraculous thing where you can create a inhospitable environment for disease. You actually have in you strep. You've got in you staph. Many of you may already have in you Lyme's. Myriad of other bacteria, viruses, fungi. You may have the dreaded corona. You don't know. However, if your body creates the proper state of homeostasis and an inhospitable environment for a outflux of manifestation of whatever it may be, whatever pathogen it may be, your body will stay healthy. However, you start to shift too much in one way, and whatever pathogen it may be can start to create an overgrowth, and that's where you start to
experience more symptoms,
Exactly.
take longer to recover.
It's your body that's actually creating the cytokine storm. These symptoms that you feel are actually your own body's immune system building up and attacking whatever may be attacking you. So it's a good thing, but it's not a good thing. And there's ways to create these inhospitable environment for these other organisms.
That's right. Every day you can do things to build your immune system up build your health up, or you can do things to tear it down and make you more susceptible to experiencing any of these illnesses that are floating around.
So number one, before we get to food, some little basics. Fixing your neuromusculoskeletal system, believe it or not, has been shown to decrease the incidence of illness, which means a spinal adjustment, creating the proper nerve flow for the body to work properly and send the proper signals to the rest of the body in order to tell the cells what to do. Between 200 and 400% healthier is what the research has shown. So be well adjusted. Exercise. I'll say the dreaded word corona. Corona is a heavy water droplet. It's not going to be spread airborne. Therefore, if you're out in the woods going for a stroll, if you're out in the wilderness going for a run, if you're in a facility like we're at right now, a very sterile healthcare facility, and there's no one else in here, it is going to boost your immune system. Exercise has been proven time and time again. I put on my fan page today an article that actually shows the research behind how exercise improves immune function. So as a lot of individuals have decided, let's start working out for a few days. It was fun, and then what happened? You got bored, you're in the house, and it's not so fun anymore. And if it's not so fun anymore, you're literally sitting in your own filth. It sounds pretty bad, but it's true.
It's true. And exercise is great for your mental clarity as well. So emotions play a huge factor in the susceptibility of illnesses as well. So get those endorphins going, keep that happy, positive attitude going, and you'll reduce your chances.
It doesn't have to be much. It really doesn't. Just 10, 20 minutes a day. A couple light hit workouts. Get down and do some burpees.
Do some push-ups. Have a challenge with the kids. Get them involved. Kids are home now. They're not going to all their activities. They need to exercise as well.
And going back a little bit on what I was saying before about the bacteria and homeostasis. If you are in your house and the windows are not open and there's any illness in the house, you're going to be keeping illness in the house. You're going to be keeping that state of bacteria in your body the way it is by bringing in fresh air. I know it's like the old wives' tale here, but there's a lot to actually be said about it. I Contain Multitudes is actually a really good book and discusses that in the future, instead of having Lysol wipes, we may actually have bacteria wipes or bacteria spray, where we're spraying to over-colonize an area that has harmful bacteria to bring back that homeostasis. It's a good thing.
It's all about balance.
There's a lot to be said about the supplement quercetin. It's a bioflavonoid, 12.5 to 25 milligrams a day is typically what people are going to be getting through foods such as apples and onions. You can increase the absorption with resveratrol, not that type of resveratrol, Chantea.
All those red wine lovers out there.
Exactly. Genistein, which is another flavonoid, helps increase absorption. But really, getting between 200 and all the way up to 800 milligrams a day is more therapeutic dosages. And those that are looking to stave off certain disease that are around us, quercetin does have some mild research behind it. Now, there's really not a hardcore list of years and years of evidence, but a lot of what's going on around us, we have no idea.
It's trial and error with a lot right now.
Right. So if something's not going to hurt you in any way, then why the heck not? And if quercetin does have some research behind it showing that there are benefits of it, then take it. On our shelves, I've actually seen at the dispensary, it's on back order. A lot of it's on back order. I found some today that is not.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure the rest of it's going to be in back order too, and that is, it's like 12 different brands that are all pharmaceutical grade.
So it's getting out there. People are doing their research.
Exactly. Another thing that helps with absorption is green tea, believe it or not. A little caveat here though with the green tea. 5 cups of green tea a day have been shown to actually help you lose weight as well. Now, we're talking about disease here, but a lot of people...
Well, obesity is a huge risk factor for disease.
Yes, we'll get into that in a second.
I know.
Another caveat, though, that many don't know. If you're going to have your green tea and utilize it for weight loss, you're not going to like this one. Caffeine cannot be present in the system. So you want to remove the caffeine from your diet if you're going to utilize green tea extract. Yeah.
I just made it 31 days without caffeine. Just saying it's possible.
It's the EGCG within the green tea that is the powerful formula that you're looking for. Green tea extract for too long has been shown to have liver damage, so take it in green tea form as opposed to the green tea extract that you find on a lot of shelves. Yes, it is a lot, but 5 cups throughout the day is typically what's been shown to be beneficial. Take your quercetin with your green tea, and you should have a nice little immune boost going on there. Apples and onions is what I said. That is an absolute big one. You were going on, Chantea, about the, what should I call it? Obesity.
Yes.
Another thing I put out on, was it Facebook, I think it was? On how coronavirus is a lot more prevalent in those with a BMI that is shown to be those that are obese.
Right.
Cut down the body fat. You cut down the body fat, you'd be less susceptible to not just this disease, but all diseases. It's a fact, it's been proven time and time again. Unfortunately, what I'm seeing a lot right now, you go to the grocery store and what's on the shelves? You've got some fresh fruits and vegetables.
No issues finding fruits and vegetables, but everyone is loading up on Duncan Hines and Betty Crocker and Oreos and brownies. You name it that's on that dessert aisle, it's empty. So what are you doing at home? Are you making healthy meals with your kids, or are you baking and feeding everyone sugar to decrease their immune system?
Think about it. Sugar tastes good, and when you're sitting around binge watching Blacklist, we saw 5 shows of that yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. We haven't seen that one before.
We don't binge watch anymore.
Yeah, don't binge watch anymore. 15-hour days and 3 kids. We had the opportunity to binge watch, but when you're binge watching, of course, you want to start eating the junk food. It's lowering your immune system. Get up, move around. I really suggest it. Decrease the sugar. With the sugar, I also put something out on vitamin C. Going back to vitamin C here. Vitamin C and sugar compete with each other. Meaning, you want to absorb vitamin C properly, get rid of the sugar. Get rid of the sugar, and you can absorb the vitamin C far greater. Sugar, sugar, sugar.
Equals disease. I'm just going to say it.
Even when it comes to cancer, it's been shown that those that consume greater amounts of sugar have greater amounts of cancer.
Yes.
Cancer ends up recurring a lot more. And I know people go to a lot of foods with cancer as a comfort food that is higher in sugar.
There's alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious, delicious desserts without the sugar.
Some foods that are rich in vitamin C. The obvious is citrus. The fun ones, though, and it's also an anti-cancer, is broccoli.
Love it.
Yep. Cauliflower.
Love it.
Check out the Healthy Happy Hour page where Chantea posted her cheesy, what do you call it? Like cheesy
it's a
broccoli.
big mac and cheese, cauliflower mac and cheese, but it's not mac and cheese.
Freaking amazing.
It was amazing.
It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Can you make it again?
I will.
Please.
Okay.
Cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Cantaloupe, you melon head. And you've also got peppers.
Green pepper.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Green peppers. And we also have... Yeah, we'll go with that.
I know.
We'll go with that for now. Vitamin D. It's proven time and time again. Vitamin D increases your immune system. And what happens in the Northeast?
It's dreary like it's been for days and there's no sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Get your vitamin D. You can get them through IVs. You can get your vitamin D through beef liver. Yum.
I love beef.
The liver.
Yeah, not so much.
And yolks, you get it from as well.
Uh-huh.
A big thing that vitamin D really prevents is upper respiratory infections as well. Those that are more prone to sinusitis, vitamin D is big. Keep it coming in. a good pharmaceutical grade vitamin D works well, but make sure you take it with your fat because it is fat soluble. Within your vitamins that are fat soluble, A, E, D, and K, it's very important to take it with the fat for better absorption rate. A lot of them now come in liposomal form. Makes it a lot easier. If you're not eating a meal at the time, then take it in liposomal form. There's some very good ones out there.
Get some nuts, have some almond butter, avocado, all the good healthy fats.
Exactly. When it comes to the actual sunlight, the rays of the sun actually inactivate a virus. That's why, part of the reason that it's been shown, and I know a lot of people are about to talk about all the outliers right now.
Of course.
Forget the outliers. Read Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers.
It's great.
Highly recommended.
Great book.
New York Times bestseller, and I had to read it a couple times just over and over.
Awesome
Outliers
on
is
cross-country plane rides.
But what I mean about that is, I'm going to tell you that with coronavirus, with other viruses, individuals are far less likely to get them in warmer climates. And if you do contract one,
your symptoms will be less severe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you get over quicker. One of the reasons is that sunlight decreases viral activity. The warmth also increases interferon action in the nasal passages.
Which is your body's way of fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Zinc. Oh, let me go back to it here.
Yes.
Vitamin D. I did say yolk. Beef.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. All right, we're good on that one.
Yeah.
Fatty fish is another good one for that, by the way. Yeah, your mackerel, your tuna, your salmon.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Obvious salmon. Watch for the mercury content.
And tuna.
No, excuse me. It's a long day.
Tuna. It is.
George. Yeah. So tuna is the mercury content. Salmon, very good. Mackerel, good. You can actually get them in little packets.
And wild caught. If anything, fish,
Always
make
wild
sure it's
caught.
wild caught. No farm raised.
Right. Zinc is another big one. It increases viral replication, or decreases viral replication, I should say. It is oftentimes underutilized and it's oftentimes overutilized. Individuals just reach for zinc. If you put a zinc lozenge in your mouth, though, and you taste that really metallic taste, you're already good for zinc. Zinc has its best effects when you are deficient in zinc. Zinc improves testosterone levels in guys who are deficient in zinc. Zinc improves immune function greatly if you're deficient in zinc. So if you're deficient in zinc, you may want to reach for a zinc lozenge. Now there's a couple types of zinc lozenges. If you're just taking the oral tablet, it's really not effective. If you're doing the nasal spray, you can actually cause long-term damage into the nasal passages. So you want to ixnay on the spray. If it goes up your nose, it probably is not necessarily the best thing in the world. Unless, yeah, it really isn't. I mean, our kids put Cheerios up their nose, and it is not a good thing.
That was not fun that day.
Couple forms of zinc. The zinc acetate lozenges that you can put in your mouth are the most effective. Most of it will be absorbed into the body. And again, IVs, form of zinc, 100% bioavailable, it'll get in. So if you're not doing a syringe every single day, you're deficient, you want to increase your immune system, increase your testosterone, whatever the purpose of it may be, getting a IV once a week and short-term use of zinc via zinc acetate is going to be your best bet. You like it?
I love it.
Alrighty. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is definitely going to improve your immune function. People really forget vitamin A. They always rush to vitamin C.
It is so underutilized. It has been a lifesaver for our children, especially when Athena was little.
I remember that. I didn't even realize back in the day.
Her pediatrician recommended vitamin A drops, and she got over a flu when she was a few months old within a couple days. It was miraculous.
And you can get them in drops. You can...
Tastes like carrots.
Mm-hmm. You can eat carrots. You can eat yams, sweet potatoes.
Love it. Daily.
And apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah.
Apples are not good for business.
But they're delicious.
In pie form, yes. Another big one, garlic. Now, garlic. It's actually more antimicrobial, antibacterial than it is antiviral. Great for vampires to keep them away. Great on your pizza. If you can eat garlic on a daily basis, highly suggested. I mean, it's cardioprotective. It, like I said, antibacterial. Black garlic. Thank you. Oh, Silence One. After coming out of the hospital, loading me up with that black garlic. Tastes amazing. Here's how you make black garlic. And why is black garlic better than regular garlic? Reason being, well, black garlic has a lot more antioxidant properties. 2, it tastes like candy. Yeah, it doesn't have that alicillin, just awful, ouch, burn to try to get it down. Even, I remember trying to take garlic cloves, and you just swallow it, and then it burns, and then you don't want anything to do with me, and that's just going to make for a rough day. So you take garlic cloves, and you put them into a pressure cooker for 2 weeks. When they come out, they're black. Take them, dry them out, and put them into a glass jar, store them in the fridge. Take 2 to 4 cloves every single day, chew them up. Like I said, they're like a gummy candy. They are really, really good.
They do get gummy, yeah.
Yeah, highly recommended, and it certainly doesn't hurt just to have around and take every day. If you have a lot of sauces, a lot of dishes, cook with olive oil, throw the garlic in there, and absolutely enjoy.
Great dish.
A lot of what we're talking about here literally is a lifestyle. It's not like, well, while thy food is thy medicine and thy medicine is thy food, it is really a lifestyle, and it's not something that you're going to change like that. So if you're going from eating a highly processed diet today, and tomorrow you start taking these things, start taking black garlic tomorrow, vitamin A, you get a few IVs, it's not like your entire system is going to do a complete 180 overhaul. It's going to take a little while.
It will. Think about the years that you've invested in doing things that are counterproductive to building your immune system. It's like you gain 20 pounds in a year, you're not going to lose 20 pounds in a month.
Right.
It takes time.
There is some animal studies, and they're not totally conclusive yet, because human studies haven't been done. But sometimes animal studies are fun, just to dream and wonder. And it's being shown that black garlic actually reduces visceral fat from rats. We'll call them animals. If that can be long-term translated to humans, great. But if you're going to be eating the black garlic and you've heard that it's great for fat loss, like I said, it's not going to hurt. Who knows if it's going to help on that, but it's definitely going to help ward off disease.
Correct.
Which brings us to elderberry. Elderberry has been shown that if you're taking it, again, it's not go get the sambucol and start chugging it and you're going to be healthy. Start growing it, make wine, make pie, put the berries on everything, and pretty much eat it towards the end of the summer, throughout the fall, and throughout the winter.
Helps boost your natural immunity.
Greatly helps boost your immunity. It's actually been shown in many cases to be more effective than the flu shot. Caveat is, if you have the flu and start taking it, it's going to greatly increase the cytokine storm and make you feel like dog poo-poo. That's the medical term, right? Dog poo-poo.
Yeah. Keeping it real.
Right. You're going to have an overreaction to the pathogen, and you're going to feel like
your symptoms will get
garbage.
Worse.
Elderberry, like I said, though, you start taking it ahead of time, months in advance, really build up your system, and you're going to have a very strong system. The goal here, people, is to make sure that your body is so inhospitable to viruses, to bacteria, to fungus, that the chances of catching something are so infinitesimal that you become that outlier if there is a real pandemic going on out there, where there's some virus, going back to Blacklist from binge watching, that's a 700-year-old mutated bubonic plague that you die within 24 hours. We want to prevent. Where do I go with these things? Jeez, I just go to the extreme.
Outliers.
Yes, outliers. We just want to make sure that your body is so inhospitable to that, and you live
have the
very long and healthy.
opportunities.
Exactly. How about NAC? N-A-C, N-acetylcysteine.
Yes.
It decreases flu incidence. It also decreases your cold duration. Caveat on that is you don't want to be taking it for more than a couple weeks. Take it more than a couple weeks, starts to become a little toxic to the body. Not a good thing.
Right. That everything is in moderation, and going through supplements, you do have to pay attention to how much you're taking for how long you're taking it.
Correct.
It's a responsibility.
And to boost, a little caveat here, to boost the effectiveness of NAC is take it with L-theanine. L-theanine is the answer to that one. It's going to make it more synergistic to your body, make it work far, far better. Make sense?
Got it.
Good. Where did yours go? Oh my goodness. Your apple juice is gone. That's delicious. Oh my goodness. Delicious apple juice.
Apples, we love apples.
With the NAC, when I say it is toxic meaning it may increase tumor activity. So, cancer toxic.
Yes.
Not good. Let's talk about some lifestyle stuff.
Oh, my favorite.
Intermittent fasting, long-term fasting. You ever hear of starve a fever, eat a cold? There's actually some truth that comes into some of these things. And apoptosis of cells that are not necessary. And some of the stuff that's not necessary is actually, well, virus is not technically a cell. Virus, RNA, bacteria, other cells that are not necessary. Doing a short-term fast, getting rid of these senescent cells, can actually be a good thing for you. Living off of just water. What is that tea? That tea. Earl Grey. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. There's so many things.
Drinking Earl Grey actually helps increase this if you're going to do a short-term fast, even a long-term fast on this one. I know Hippocrates, the smart guy back in the day. How do I sound so... Anyway. Hippocrates back in the day actually would utilize fasting as treatments for things. So by doing an intermittent fast every single day of 16 hours kind of helps fast-track this along the way as well. Anything that you consume breaks the fast. Coffee breaks the fast. You can still drink coffee. It's a great antioxidant. 2 cups a day are very good for the liver. Must be caffeinated. Caveat on that is if your adrenals are shot, Chantea's done that 30-day no caffeine thing. Adrenals are shot to kind of reset the system.
And you know what? There's no 3 o'clock crash every day. And I know a lot of you moms out there, because I've talked to you, have the same thing. You're in your mommy Uber time, and you're driving from one school to the next, in that 2 to 3 o'clock window, you could just fall asleep. Hasn't happened. I don't know if I'm having coffee tomorrow or not, but I could. It's to be determined.
We'll talk tonight.
I think Coach is going to say no.
Coach will flip a coin later. Actually, Coach will have a talk with you because I've got some ideas on that one.
Okay.
All right, sleep quality is huge. Sleep is like the most boring thing in the world.
But it's the most essential thing in the world. Can we just talk about sleep for a minute?
All right, our kids, especially the oldest, says, sleep is boring. I don't want to go to sleep. And I get that. What do we do when we get older? We grow into adults, and we stay up later and later. Some people want to go out at midnight.
Until you get to the other side of adult, and then you're in bed at 8 o'clock. Because there's nothing else to do.
True. But let's face it, I mean, sleep quality. I've been tracking my sleep now. I'm sharing it from time to time on my fan page, Jim Gets Fit. And I can tell when I wake up the next morning if I've got a 71 sleep quality versus a 86. Pretty much anything in the high 80s, I can tell the big difference. Still trying to crack that 90 code.
I've done it once. But seriously, sleep is your body's way of recharging. It is getting rid of the garbage in your cells, that neurogenesis, that replenishing, the flushing of every toxin in your brain happens while you sleep. If you're not sleeping, you're not recharging, you're not recovering, and you're not functioning. Your cognitive faculties decline. You cannot do the schoolwork. You cannot do your work. You cannot be a good parent, husband, wife, because you're tired and then you're cranky, and that's not fun.
Agree.
Yes. So 7.6 hours is the average time. I posted this on my Facebook as well as LinkedIn about the amount of hours that adults need and middle schoolers and young children. It does vary by age, and it's important to keep your kids and yourselves on a consistent routine. And I know everyone's life is turned upside down right now, and all sorts of schedules have changed with schooling. Wake them up and get them on their computers at a reasonable hour, because the more consistent you can be, the better they will be, the more they will thrive, and the more resilient they will be when this is all over.
Some of the tips and tricks on sleeping better.
So fun.
We've gone over a bunch of them before, but if you haven't seen them before, or I was talking about them, here's a few of them. I got some really cool nerd glasses. They are...
Cute.
They're blue blocking,
Clark Kent
and they're
glasses.
not... I do look like Clark Kent. So they're not those like orange, yellowish glasses that block the blue light. They're clear, but they do block the blue light. So if in the evening I'm doing a little extra work, if I'm doing a binge watch, which you should not be obviously watching TV, which I do not do.
You should turn it on about 2 hours before you actually want to go to bed to allow your brain and body to reduce and produce the right hormones, melatonin, to get your body ready for sleep.
Right. But if you're going to binge watch Blacklist or play Diablo, thank you, Silent One, before bed, put your glasses on. Also, keep the room dark before bed. Not just in the bedroom, but start to lower the lights.
In the room, that's a no-no.
It gets the mind moving too much. Using a heavy blanket is big. It just makes you feel more in the womb.
It's therapeutic. It is. Heavy blankets, weighted blankets are comforting. They do create that
silence, total silence, airplane mode. Turn on the airplane mode on the phone.
Well, definitely that, but some white noise is good. Air filters. I love our air filter in the bedroom. Or a ceiling fan, depends.
It does help with some individuals.
Mm-hmm.
When the mind doesn't turn off pulse electromagnetic frequency.
Shall I grab one?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Pulse electromagnetic frequency does amazing things. It helps sleep. If you've got anxiety before going to bed, it helps with anxiety. There's no drugs involved, no surgery involved.
We have them here. They are available. You wear it on your head, and it doesn't interfere with anything else that you're doing. Amazing. Clients, you put it on an hour before you want to go to bed, and you will sleep. So.
Most of our team has one of those, and they're really one of those game changer things.
They are. Our oldest, who does not like to go to sleep, we will put it on her when she was in school until she got into the habit, and now she doesn't need it, and she's able to go to sleep on her own. And she will sleep through the night and wake up completely refreshed.
Exercising right before bed, not the best thing in the world. You got to give your body a chance to relax. Remember, you're going to sleep. You're relaxing and sleeping.
But you need to do your energy expenditure. The body needs to release that extra energy at some point during the day. I prefer to work out mid-morning. Some people are like 4 to 6. It's up to you when your body responds best to exercise. But it's a daily habit for me. I haven't stopped training.
Getting back to a few little things here. If you're not feeling good, say you got a sore throat.
Oh, yes.
Here's a little trick for you. Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar will help flush the throat of strep. Hydrogen peroxide, however, does not. Strep actually produces hydrogen peroxide. Adding more hydrogen peroxide does not have a negative effect. It actually increases that and continues the encounter of strep. So flush with apple cider vinegar and you'll get rid of that strep much quicker. A little bit about the exercise. Then I've got one last important tidbit about Corona and NSAIDs. With the exercise, why some of the reasons that it is so important. 1, it's cathartic. It helps reduce stress levels. 2, it flushes toxins out of your body. The toxins that are built up, you're breathing them out, you're sweating them out, you're getting them out of the body. This helps your body regenerate proper, healthy cells, and you just work better.
Function.
Exactly.
We're made to move. Humans are made to move, and that's it.
It also reduces time of colds and flu. If you do have a cold, you don't have to just bundle up on the couch, go out for a little walk, move a little bit better. It increases your white blood cell production, which is going to get rid of the virus that's within. Now, here's the important factor here on NSAIDs. You're including here in this case, which is not typical NSAID, aspirin, which is blood thinner, Tylenol, acetaminophen. By taking these pills,
Yeah.
if you would, other ACE inhibitors, it actually exacerbates the symptoms, of COVID-19. It's been proven, so...
Bless you.
Thank you. Dust. How embarrassing.
Oh, you're human.
No, never. Yeah. So what it's going to do is it's going to increase the symptoms of COVID-19. You're going to be reducing the fever that you have, low-grade fever. However, you need this fever. The fever is going to prevent sepsis. If you take the NSAIDs, you're going to increase the incidence of sepsis within the body and far greater to be an unfortunate casualty.
Yes.
Really. So enjoy the fever, utilize the fever, nurture the fever, help it burn off what your body is trying to burn off.
Yes.
So every healthy happy hour, we usually have a lot of food around, a lot of people around.
I don't see anybody.
So
And
we're
I didn't
adhering
get
to the
food.
hashtag stay at home, and it's getting to be about the witching hour of 8 o'clock at night.
It's time to go.
If you have any questions at all, I promise you we will continue to research, not just research CNN, Fox News.
I have
No.
access to every peer-reviewed journal article site going.
So we're going to access every single peer-reviewed article, journal site going and get you the real answers. And if we don't know it right away, we will get them for you. And I welcome the questions. Keep them coming, because we want to make sure we get you the right answer. When you've got a problem, we are that solution. There's a lot of individuals out there that are just touting whatever. Look for the experts. We are the experts in the information on health, fitness, nutrition.
Wellness, mental clarity, resilience, all those wonderful things that play into our daily lives.
And if for some reason we know that we are not the expert in that field, we do have the connections to contact those experts for you on your behalf, or put you in direct contact with them. We want to make sure that the best is always done for you at all times. So,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you for being here at our Healthy Happy Hour, our usual weekly party, and yeah, all right, so here we go.
We'll get there again.
We'll get there again. Thank you.
All right. Till next month.
Live functionized. Have an awesome night.
Bye.